Before you watch, there are 3 things that I'm going to mention here. 1. This video contains topics discussing of child grooming, minor incest, and child abuse that may be triggering to some viewers. Secondly, this video will be demonetized due to the severity of this issue, and only the victims of Len's actions can only accept Len's apology, not you the audience. With that being said, enjoy the video. For all the days that I've looked at YouTube and every social media possible, 5 out of 100 posts are about cases of pedophilia, sexual abuse, and assault, and any type of child and human abuse. From Fire Sale, Dream's editor got exposed from having sex with one of his IRL close friends, Cosmodor grooming multiple minors in one case, Minilad and Mert or Kadomadachi's return to the platform, and not being accountable for it, and then there's LenTotally. Yes, that guy who I mentioned the most in most of my commentary videos. Until I reacted to the drama, made a couple of diss videos at him, relentlessly being the big hater of his social skills and a long-standing tradition of being a coward and an irresponsible, childish guy. And because of this drama has a long way to go ahead of its time. In today's tea, I'm going to spill the beans on why I do hate LenTotally all the time and also give my reaction to his quote-unquote comeback, which is him lurking on a new channel and his newest victim to show that he will never learn from his mistakes. Once upon a time, there lived a young adult named LenTotally. He was a popular gacha tuber which peaked at over 600,000 subscribers before the channel was hidden. He makes gacha mini-movies, gacha web series, memes, trends, etc, etc. He had multiple collaborations with YouTubers including literally Johan, Rosie Closey, Curry, and other big gacha tubers at the time, since he was a prominent YouTuber in the gacha community. Prominent because he was a founding father who makes the genre popular and his animations too. And I dare say, to be honest, his animations were so good. Literally, I cannot do that level of animating a gacha OC myself. But I'm not here to praise him for doing this complexity of making content that he did. I'm here to tell you why I hate LenTotally and why I am a big hater alone because of the new updates that came with the years-old drama. Anyways, back to the bedtime story. On February 21, 2022, an anonymous channel made by the name LenTotally exposed, yes, as you guessed it, exposed LenTotally and accused him for initiating emotional and sexual connections and sent NSFW content to a 14-year-old minor on a Discord DM, with Len being 20 years old at the time. He turned the DM into a private, quote-unquote, strip club, sending explicit images and videos to a minor, did a call with the minor, and made very, very intimate sexual conversations and erotic sexual roleplay. Not only that, he even emotionally and mentally manipulated the victim's mind, as you saw through the evidence in this video, and even another minor at the same time. I don't want to share the full deets yet, since I want to keep this video as concise and as short as possible. So if you want the full details, go and watch this 44-minute length video by Curry, Rosie Closey, and Gacha. It'll be linked on the info card on the top right section of this video. Anyways, I'm going to proceed along. Even worse, on March 20, 2021, a month after the news broke out, Len decided to put on a comprehensive response video on the situation, which was the worst mistake that he made in his life, adding the fact that he did the sexual interactions themselves, not the minor, since he manipulated and hypnotized the victim's mind. Why am I saying this? Because yes, he disregarded the fact that he is the root of the situation and makes excuses after excuses to state that the victim wants to be extremely intimate with Len. He said implicitly in the video that the victim did good things to him. Take a look.
In my perspective, it really gave me so much mixed feelings since this person made so much gifts, helped me out, and such. I did not really think it through, so I just accepted it. But then I slowly got interested about this. Over time, then I started to like it.
Ew, you nasty ass bastard!
Why didn't you block her? She was my friend. I genuinely was close with her and wanted to talk to her. Keep the friendship and closeness we had alive.
We don't know what the hell is going on right now.
Yes, that is total proof that he's totally victim blaming, and it's rather deceitful of Len to be fooling his fans in order to prevent others to do the blatant attempt of character assassination. And we can't forget the one in which he made excuses in the community tab. I won't read this, but TLDR, he was blaming the flirting and I love yous, etc. to the victim as he wants to be emotionally close to Len, and stated that there was no victim in the first place. And he said that, I did not groom that girl, I did not manipulate her. Although the true proof says that he definitely groomed that minor. Let me tell you this, if you established a relationship in the first place and agreed to what the minor actually said, and playing wife and husband, said a bunch of weird shit on camera, and possibly, I gotta tell you this, if you're escaping this argument because of the age consent during 2020 was 12, you're basically assaulted a minor, aka humans below the age of 17 and 18. It's valid that he's pedophilic, he tried to sexually and mentally assault the minor, you can't escape it, it's worthless to even defend yourself now. Continuing the timeline on this drama, on May 25th, 2021, he hit his channel from YouTube, only to find out that he made a rebrand of his channel as Sin or Sinister, and started uploading content like normal. Comments are still disabled, and his social media accounts are offline except an email address. It was just months later in early 2022 until he enabled comments on his video. When he actually did that, the video got flooded with mixed reactions, larger criticism about LenTotally's undeserved comeback, and statements that it's not up to the audience to forgive him or not. The victims have complete rights to forgive him. Just like I did a cameo on Johan's video, which is rather impressive. Months later, Len just did something unexpected, yet much worse than it seems. On June 4, 2022, Johan, collaborating with Site Poison Syrup, uploaded a video titled Stop Supporting LenTotally or Sin, which reveals the LenTotally situation develops much worse than it did last time. It broke out in 2021. It was reported that Len got his hands on a new victim under the alias name Polyanonymous, which in real English is actually known by a lot of aliases, since February, which I enabled comments on. The victim broke up with Len 4 months later. However, they have been in an unlabeled relationship and are constantly flirting and becoming more intimate, showing how Len is becoming a Roblox ODR. This time, much worse, with a 16-year-old minor, while Len was turning 21 last year. And again, NSFW and explicit content still is being shared by Len. Although the minor is turning 17, take note that the global accepted age consent or if someone is classified as an adult is 18. And living up to his polyonymous name, the victim informed that Len has an alt channel he's been working on named Antagonist, where he would make a lot of Gacha Club series. He's close to 1,000 subscribers, and a lot of people doesn't notice that he's a child groomer behind the scenes, and the groomer hasn't yet taken total responsibility and accountability of all of his actions. And let me remind you this again. This guy is a blatant Gacha tuber who first groomed 2 minors, and at one more, that's 3 minors below 18. Secondly, he implied on all of his statements that he blames it all to the victims and said that they want to get intimate to Len first, and to add it all up, that he made a dogshit response video anyway. Third, he came back under a different name, under a different look, with the purpose of making more cash and working on YouTube full-time while living up to his bad rep as criminal. And he enabled comments on, which was deteriorating. And fourth, he made another channel with an anonymous name making Gacha content. These are the worst traits a human could have. And one of the reasons why I hate LenTotally and why I consider to hate LenTotally and all of the people who committed child grooming in the first place. All groomers on Earth have the same traits in human life. They like to victim blame with the goal of having as many humans as possible to forget with the issue and get away with it. They like to be anonymous and stay hidden, only to discover the fact that the user behind it is actually a criminal. If they're an influencer of person of public interest, they profit off surviving the issue and not being in prison, profit and enjoy all their freedom to make content and live life to its fullest without the need for worrying of a criminal bounty. Finally, they like NSFW content, Gacha heat, feed pics, and everything explicit and shove it all to the victim like a virus spread easily across the internet. Like, I don't get it when these people survive not getting reported to the police or the FBI or the CIA. We need to get the police to actually see this. But the truth is, not everyone at the police station will not accept your digital evidence. It goes through a lot of process and a lot of time to get that Len guy to prison. We need more evidence from the victim. Maybe the FBI can do a search warrant for the groomer's digital footprints, and so on and so on. That's why so many issues about child grooming gets underreported, and I don't somehow get it. But the real world thing is, people don't want to bear with the police's long investigation and long queues of processing their reports. And I think that is a systemic human issue in law enforcement around the world that needs fixing after all. As with LenTotally, however, I feel no pity for him. He's already a blatant guy who has already emotionally damaged a lot of people, his fans, his friends, and worse, the minors that he sexually assaulted and made husband-wife relationships sad. He has a special place in the Gacha community and made a lot of masterpieces in this community, but he has been taken and replaced by someone greater than him, someone who is better than him, has a lot of integrity and trust than him. And I think that is going to be a punishment for those who did a bad thing or who did a criminal action. Someone in the community can easily replace LenTotally. You don't need to praise him. Watch him, being a fan of him anymore, just because of his irreplaceable skills. There's a lot of people in the competition who are better than and want to be better than you to fill up the missing spot. If you look at Rosie Closey, Millie, Johan, and other popular Gacha YouTubers in the community, they did the same thing as Len did: animations, tweening, editing, etc., etc. We don't need someone like Len, who has that lack of integrity and faith, as skill and talent could easily be copied or imitated. Competition takes its revenge on you because you fell into the pit of mistakes. Fills up the remaining gap, replaces it, and laughs at your mistakes. Because the moment you did something bad and quit off the channel, competition still is running, replacing you with someone better than you. That's how life works. And with Len, he's already useless because of its disregard to criticism, and how he makes money profiting off his criminal records, and also how he wasn't accountable for all of his actions. And with that, enough is enough. It is finally time for LenTotally to leave the community.
I guess I'm gonna face my punishment. I'm not sure about my channel, don't get me wrong. These works I made, that's a product of my passion. For now, I'll be resting away from that until this all cools down, I guess. So again, I'll take full responsibility. I will learn from this mistake. This may be the last you will see LenTotally. Goodbye.
So what's the moral of the story here? First off, do take responsibility and be accountable for all of your actions, and make sure you apologize because of you doing that action, not the other way around. Don't go over and blame it all to the victim, even bullying your devoted fandom to send hate to the victim, which makes no sense at all. Second, if you don't want to do a bad thing, think before you act. Think before you post. Think before you step on the foot on the ground or even breathe air. Remember that your actions have consequences, so be ready when it happens and act right. Do not ignore criticism, it is key for you to act the right move. Third, for all of you who are watching, please do watch out for who you're talking to. Be safe around people on the internet and around suspicious people on the internet. That is all from me. Make sure to share this video out to your friends or the world to spread awareness of this issue, as the video itself has its goal to do so. Thank you for watching, be safe, drink some water, Funnehmemer out.